Hey, what is up guys, this is Shukesh and today I'm gonna do a quick speed test in between these two smartphones here, which are probably the best lower mid-range devices you can go for right now. On my right hand side I have the just launched Motorola Moto G5 Plus, and on my left we have the Xiaomi Redmi Note 4, which is beyond out the best smartphone at this price point. There is a good 4000 rupees price difference, yet we get the same CPU, GPU, RAM, and considering the brand Motorola, which is of course now Lenovo, the specs we are getting on the Moto G5 Plus is really very impressive. Now the benchmark scores are more or less the same. For example, we have here the 3D Mark Gamers benchmark and we get the same 461 Slingshot Extreme score, and the Antutu benchmark scores are also very close. But in real life usage, is there any visible difference in the speed of the user interface, the apps loading? Well, let's find out. The most interesting fact is the Motorola Moto G5 Plus is running on the latest Android 7 Nougat, and what I have seen on Android 7 devices is they are extremely fast as iOS devices. The Redmi Note 4 is still running on Android 6.0.1, and this is the main difference I will say in between these two phones right now. Of course, you get more storage on the Redmi Note 4, bigger battery, but the G5 Plus boasts of some premium features like 4K recording, NFC, awesome camera, pixel-like launcher, and of course the very interesting new fingerprint sensor, which you can just swipe right for the app switcher and swipe left to go back. So these pixel launcher like features make your user experience faster and much easier. The added Moto features like Moto Actions and Moto Display are worth mentioning. The pure version of Android on the Moto G5 Plus will of course boost the user interface. So let's get started with the speed test. First I will do the boot test, followed by the fingerprint, apps and game speed test. Of course, the G5 Plus has taken much longer time. Now let's power on. Once again, the Redmi Note 4 boots much quicker, so in this boot test, the Xiaomi smartphone is the winner. Next, let's do a fingerprint speed test. You have it at the front of Moto G5 Plus and at the back of the Redmi Note 4, which is I think not a convenient position because when your phone is resting on the table, you cannot access the sensor to unlock the phone. Well, I think it was a tie. Let's try again. Once again, they are extremely close, so let's switch hands and check again. Well, this time the G5 Plus was momentarily quicker. I want to give it another try. Again, the G5 Plus is faster. To make sure, let's redo this test once again. As you have seen, Redmi Note 4 is once again slightly slower than the G5 Plus, so I will conclude the G5 Plus is the winner. The Note 4 is almost as fast, but it's not consistent. So kudos to Motorola for this fast new sensor. Now the dialer is faster on the Moto device, mainly because it's the stock app and doesn't load the call logs. Next, let's check the messaging, and definitely it's a draw. The next app we have here is the gallery, and I really don't like the Google Photos app, mainly because of the logo at the start. It's a very slow app, so this time the Redmi Note 4 is the winner. Next, let's check the camera, and once again Redmi Note 4 is faster. Now I'm gonna try some really very hardcore games and some third-party apps. Let's start with Facebook. Once again the Xiaomi smartphone is faster in loading the feed. There I have some Adobe Photoshop apps, and let's see what happens this time. G5 Plus ultimately loaded this app before the Redmi Note 4. Once again, I think the Motorola smartphone is slightly faster. The G5 Plus is the winner once again. So all these Adobe apps load quicker on the Moto G5 Plus. Next, I'm gonna try these three apps. Definitely the Moto G5 Plus is the winner once again. Let's switch hands for the rest of this test. This app also loaded quicker on the Motorola smartphone. As usual, the G5 Plus won this test. Next, let's try YouTube. Looks like G5 Plus is also faster in loading this app. Let's check this Moto G5 Plus unboxing video, and I think both phones loaded this video almost at the same time. Before I check the games, let's quickly check Flipkart, and as usual the Lenovo Moto G5 Plus is the winner. There we have the Amazon app as well, and once again the Xiaomi smartphone lost the speed test. So overall, definitely the G5 Plus is considerably faster than the Redmi Note 4. Next, it's time for the gaming speed test, which is gonna decide which smartphone is actually faster. Let's start with small games like Temple Run 2. And once again Redmi Note 4 is losing, so it's getting really very interesting. Despite having the same specs, the Motorola smartphone is quicker. There you go, the game ultimately loaded, and the Motorola Moto G5 Plus is slightly faster than the Xiaomi Redmi Note 4. The next game I'm gonna try now is Dead Trigger 2. As expected, G5 Plus beats the Note 4. There we have Pokemon Go as well, so let's check. As you can see, G5 Plus already loaded and Redmi Note 4 is not even close. Now it's time for the hardcore games, and I will start with Asphalt 8. The Moto G5 Plus is really blazing fast. Note 4 is still struggling to load this game. Maybe the Android 7.0 Nougat is playing a role here. When the Note 4 gets the update, it can be as fast as the G5 Plus. But definitely at this moment, the G5 Plus is a much faster device compared to the Xiaomi Redmi Note 4. Next, we have the Modern Combat 5. There is no surprise here, the G5 Plus won this test as well. Redmi Note 4 is much slower than this new Lenovo device. There I also have Subway Surfers. As usual, G5 Plus is the winner, Redmi Note 4 is the loser. So we are almost at the end of this video, and well, I have another game left. It's Implosion, and it's a very hardcore game, but I don't think Redmi Note 4 will be able to load this game before the G5 Plus here. Well, G5 Plus is leading, and I think it's a draw. Redmi Note 4 was pretty close, but considering all the gaming tests I have done today, the new Moto G Plus 5th generation is a much quicker device than this Redmi Note 4 I have on my right. Of course, both Redmi Note 4 and G5 Plus can handle these games quite smoothly, but in loading games and apps, G5 Plus is a quicker device. The user interface is really buttery smooth, and considering the price difference, Redmi Note 4 is still a killer device. But if you can spend 4000 rupees more, you can get 4K recording and a smoother device with Android 7.0. The fingerprint sensor is also just brilliant. That's all in this video, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button below if you are into this Moto G5. This is Shukesh signing off. Have a nice day, guys.